coach.
And we'll just put that in there for now, and we'll retime that because I want that to be kind of normal speed.
Our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful.
And we might just extend that and shunt it back a little
Achieve
bit.
our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a...
And then this will be a close-up, I think. So let's see if we have that close-up in Bernard Selects.
In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes...
Okay, but we can quite easily...
it's all on cap commission. If you...
Here we are.
We're really supported here to really able to... yeah. We're an international business here at Projectus. I travel a lot to different conferences, different client meetings. I've got to meet all my clients to make sure I can every 2 weeks to help us achieve both our business goals and our personal goals.
Okay, so let's just separate this.
Slow it down. I was trying to go all the way.
Yeah, you were. So we talk about
So
how we're really supporting you. Just with personally, question.
Cool. So we're really supported here at
Let's just see which rush that is. 25, so that's quite close to the end.
Build the confidence that we need to achieve.
That we receive every 2 weeks. We also have a personal coach that comes in and helps us achieve our personal targets as well.
Okay, let's go back because it's not we're getting the here. So sure. The business coach, okay, so he comes in to see you to help. Just do that one first. So we have a business coach. That business development every 2 weeks. Who help us, build the confidence that we need to achieve our targets.
This we also have a life coach that comes.
Okay, so in addition to this, we also have a life
business
coach.
That comes every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful.
Really good. In addition to this, we also have a
Here we go.
make sure that our personal we're all perfect.
In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
Cool. Okay, 1924, 3306. Let's get to there we go, 1924, 33.
We also have
Right, here we are.
In addition to this, we also have a coach.
Oop, I appear to have a bit of a... trying to do too many things at once, and Resolve has tripped up a little bit. I'm back now.
We can just talk about how the
Life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
Cool, so we've got that. And also want to make sure that we have the right source patch on.
Do to become successful. In addition to this, we also...
And I just want to trim that down a little bit.
Successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and then supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
Cool, so then we've got a nice bit of close-up in there, and then I think the next thing is back to Jake. Again, I think he's talking about commissions.
People that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear...
Accelerated, of course. So, let's put that back in here and see what we think.
Personally, and make sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
People that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate Plan.
Cool, right, so this is coming along. Okay, so this is where we can use a very specific cutaway. We have this Diag2 final, and this was actually made specifically for this part of the program because it's dealing with all of the different positions throughout the company. So as Jake is talking about the Accelerate plan, we can fade into this graphic, so that's a nice easy one for us.
Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate Plan.
And as he says Accelerate, we'll fade into this. So... tell you what, it's got no audio, but there's an empty audio track.
Progression plan, it's called...
And here we go, and we just want to fade in by about a second.
The Accelerate Plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
So we'll probably cut it a little bit short. We might retime it. And we'll have to take a razor blade to these hesitations down here. So I tell you what, I'll just put this to one side. Let's get all of this sorted before we look at the cutaway. So I'm going to want to get the razor blade tool, and I want to try and cut out these breaths here. I'll do it pretty close, and then we can always trim them back in if that's what we want. Beauty of using the delete key instead of backspace is it'll plug the gaps for you, so we just need to play through this a few times and get the pacing of it right.
Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit, guarantee yourself a pay rise and
Okay, I've cut a word out of there, so let's bring that back.
to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion. Guarantee yourself a pay rise. Guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion. Guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
Okay, that's an okay pace. Let's just get all of this just so before we worry about the cutaway.
Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know
And I think that's cut off just a little bit abruptly.
Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
Cool. So,
Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit. You know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise. Guarantee yourself a pay rise. Guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion. Guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
okay, that's pretty good. So,
Progression plan. It's called Accelerate plan. It's also have a very clear progression plan. It's called Accelerate plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee.
right, so let's just think about this. I think what's going to happen is this is going to stay until we hear the next contributor, which here is Ella.
I know where I'm at and I know where I can get to. I know where I'm at
And I'm happy with her saying that there. I think that still helps out. So let's put this in 2, and I think we'll probably try cutting to a close-up here. So let's just see, because this
And promotion.
I know
last part of the animation takes a while. It may mean that it needs to be retimed.
I know where I'm at and I know where I can get to. And if I work well, you know, I could be a manager in less than a year's time.
Cool. So maybe that does work. I like that. We have a little bit of her face back there. We want to bring a 1-second fade in again. I don't know, maybe retiming that doesn't work, and with music under this it might actually hold. Maybe we want to cut back in on a close-up here. I mean, it's not like a lot... Excuse me, it's not a longer one. And we've already established Ella's character in the edit. It's not like we have a proper, you know, thing with emphasis. I think what she's saying is pretty emphatic. So maybe that could be a close-up. I tell you what, we'll think about that in the third pass. I might just put myself a marker here. And let's just take a look at the background.
In less than a year's time.
Okay, the background's clean, so that doesn't motivate that, but I'll think about that in the third pass. So we're on the home stretch. And what we've got is in pretty good shape. There'll be a few little tweaks here. We'll put the music track in the third pass. And I'll talk about why we didn't cut the whole thing to music. Basically, it's not a music video. The pace of our edit is being driven by the dialogue, not by the music underneath. And the music used in this edit is pretty high beats per minute, so almost no matter where you cut, it coincides with a beat in the music somewhere. So let's just watch this through and see what we think.
People that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate Plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
I know where I'm at and I know where I can get to. And if I work well, I could be a manager in less than a year's time.
Okay, so that little cutback is nice. Let's just put the rest of it here and see what we think.
But it's really important to understand that you do not need specific medical knowledge to be successful here at Projectus. You just need to be prepared to learn, driven and focused.
We're developing a
So let's just take a look at this.
That you do not need specific medical knowledge to be successful here at Projectus. You just need to be prepared to learn, driven and focused.
We're developing a global
Okay, that's a little bit abrupt. So let's see.
You will be successful. And focused, and you will be successful.
We're developing a global business, and this is a great time to join Projectus Consulting.
We're looking for positive and
Okay, so tell you what, this.
You just need to be prepared.
Yeah, he's very close to the right-hand edge. We'll hide this with cutaway. I'm feeling like we're just missing something out of this end sequence, but let's just start putting some cutaway in here. So we haven't used this. This is nice footage of this kind of walking around these very kind of nice-looking grounds. So let's just... put this down here and see what we think. Maybe that's a bit long, but we can put that over there. And I like the idea of maybe just towards the end having a bit of... And there's kind of like a nice blurry one, and that's quite a nice atmospheric one. I particularly like what that does with the lights here, so we might just have a bit of... action here, and let's just see what we think.
Knowledge to be successful here at Projectus. You just need to be prepared to learn, driven and focused, and you will be successful.
We're developing a global business, and this is a great time to join Projectus Consulting.
we're looking for positive and ambitious people.
Okay, for the second pass that's alright, we might come back and tweak that in the third pass.
Join Projectus Consulting.
We're looking for positive and ambitious people. Perhaps they've reached a bit of an apex in their career, looking for that next opportunity, and we can offer a completely unique one to them.
Okay, then we've got that guy stomping along in the background. So I think we're pretty much there for second pass. What we'll do is we'll just come back and we'll review all of this. And then we'll go into third pass and we'll tighten everything up. And we'll add music, and then we'll start putting lower thirds in. I think largely the edit is there. There are one or two little things that we might tweak, but let's review the whole thing and see what we think. And we're coming up to about 2 minutes 54, 2 minutes 53. When we consider that there'll probably be an extra 20 seconds or so in terms of intro, logo splash, and outro information kind of roll as well, we're probably about 3 minutes 10, 3 minutes 15, which is all right. We want to keep it close to 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes 15 with logo and a bit of animated stuff at the end works. So let's just see what we have here.
Projectus is a fast-growing and unique business working within medical technology recruitment. We're looking for people across all levels, from entry level through to experienced recruiters, to take our business to the next level of growth across Europe and the USA. You'll be working in a market that helps to save people's lives every single day using groundbreaking technology. We also work in a fun and vibrant complex near Covent Garden with a huge emphasis on socialising. One of the unique things about our business is every single employee gets share options at day one. This means you're personally invested in the success of our business.
I love the fact that we are a niche business company, not multinational company, which are treated like numbers. We all understand recruitment, we live recruitment.
The medical device arena is very exciting. There are constantly new startups coming into the market, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. Our goal is to become...
Okay, so here we've got something that's a little bit out of sync, and that really is out of sync here, so we might just have to slip this.
New products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. Our goal...
Okay, so the audio might be a little bit fast, so oops.
Products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, it's about 3 frames or so out. Let's just go in and make sure we're happy with this.
Products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. Okay, new products, new technologies, and it's absolutely amazing.
I mean, I trust that you can sync audio on your own with the slip tool by now, even with the frustrating difficulties I'm having with Camtasia at the moment. So that's fine.
Technologies, and it's absolutely amazing. Our goal is to become #1 in the world for medical recruitment.
Often I'll go for either a beer or a coffee with both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
So the fact that I'm fluent in more...
Okay, I'm still frustrated by this, but that wide rush was missing, so we just have to make do. We can put a little third, because the idea is the first time each of these people are introduced, we put a little lower third in introducing them. That's much better on a wide. We'll just have to make it work for the close-up. Not ideal, but when we don't have the coverage, we just have to make it work as best we can.
With both clients and candidates to really understand their needs. We're an international business here and we like to travel, meet all of our customers. We get over to Europe, we go to different conferences and equally go to meet them at their facilities.
So the fact that I'm fluent in more than one language, in this case English, French, Spanish and Italian, has helped me increase and bring new business for the company.
I love the fact that my job is making a positive impact on people's lives. I like to have that ability to make people smile over the phone as well.
There are a huge amount of benefits to working with us here at Projectus. For instance, we have a clear structured commission scheme that pays between 30 and 50% uncapped. This helps our employees save huge amounts of money very, very quickly. For things like house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays, this is a truly unique offering within the field. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So
Okay, that one looked a bit out of sync to me.
house deposits, weddings, cars, incredible holidays. We also offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So
Yeah, I'm still getting slight drive issues here or there. I'm probably going to send this workstation back to scan, to be honest with you. So, let's see what we can do.
offer a huge amount of support to our employees. So in addition, we also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Maybe that's just a little bit ahead. Maybe I'll shove it by a
We also offer
frame.
a huge amount of support to our employees. So we also offer a huge amount of support to our employees.
Okay, that looks about right. Maybe it was just one frame out there.
So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training
Let's just check that.
So in addition to the award-winning recruitment training platform we have, we also offer life coaching to our employees, which has had an incredibly positive impact not only on our employees, but actually also their families and friends.
We're really supported here at Projectus, both personally and professionally. We have an experienced business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business target.
Okay, so we have just that door swinging in, and I want to try and avoid that, so I might just extend that back a little bit.
Business coach that comes in every 2 weeks to help us achieve our business targets and help you really understand what it is that you need to do to become successful. In addition to this, we also have a life coach that comes in and supports us personally and makes sure that we're achieving our personal goals.
People that work for us here at Projectus also have a very clear progression plan. It's called the Accelerate Plan. What it means is that you know the targets and objectives you need to hit to guarantee yourself a pay rise and promotion.
I know where I'm at and I know where I can get to. And if I work well, I could be a manager in less than a year's time.
But it's really important to understand that you do not need specific medical knowledge to be successful here at Projectus. You just need to be prepared.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a camera shake. So I need to extend that to hide that camera shake.
Knowledge to be successful here at Projectus. You just need to be prepared to learn, driven and focused, and you will be successful.
We're developing a global business, and this is a great time to join Projectus Consulting.
We're looking for positive and ambitious people, perhaps that have reached a bit of an apex in their career, looking for that next opportunity, and we can offer a completely unique one to them.
Okay, I think this is quite a strong edit now. There are one or two little things that I would change. I feel like maybe I need something else here before we move on to like kind of like the finishing flourish. So I'll put a little marker down. And maybe Ella has to say something. Maybe in that like final stretch we have everybody saying one thing. So maybe Ella has to come back in here, and so we include all 4 contributors right at the end, which would be quite nice, because we do kind of make a point of including all 4 of them quite quickly at the start as well. So okay, so that's a pretty good second pass. I think we've got a bit of tweaking here or there. We've got some troubleshoot and some fine edit stuff to take care of. We'll go through it a few more times and iron out any little visual kinks that we've got, and then we will move on to the lower thirds, and then we're going to go on to the audio work, and we'll put a music track under it in the third pass, and then we'll go on and we'll do a bit of simple dialogue refinement using the multiband equalizer. We'll take a look at how to enhance male voices and female voices, and we'll take a look at getting all of this in the right place as well. So, click on through to the next lecture once you're ready.